Alright, how you doing? One of the things I wanted to get done was to finish painting these Stormtroopers. So I want to get this done and show you how I go about it. Right here, as you can see, I've already started one here. What I do is, like in the prior video, I use a very heavy wash. And what I did with that wash is just really glop it on. Let's see if I got some of this here. Okay. Now I'm going to take some white, which I have over here, and actually I can just move it there. And all I'm going to do with the as you can see, I've got a flat edge brush, is I'm going to take some towel paper. Maybe if I back this off a little bit, it'll help a little bit. Let's see. Oh, no, there we go. And I'll you know, as I'm doing this, I'll take and put the figure closer so you guys can see it. So I'm going to take the towel paper and I'm going to wipe off the white paint I just put on there. Let me put on my glasses so I can actually see. This is what happens when you get old. Now I'm going to take the figure, and because this wash is such a thick wash over the gray, I'm just going to very lightly, as you can see, just kind of dry brush it over. Because I really want that, and you can see where I'm starting to, come on, focus in. Starting to get the result that I want. I'm still keeping the detail to some degree. And let's dry this off. And I'm really starting to highlight and add the white of their armor without taking away too much of the detail. I mean, I can actually go heavier with this if I wanted to. And you can experiment a little bit, you know, get it to the way you want it to. But all I'm trying to do is really take and on the higher recesses, and you can see how quick this goes, and that's the reason I did what I did as far as the first I went with the gray, and then I went with the very heavy wash over the gray. We'll fix these bases later. Hoping you guys are seeing this alright. And then I'll just take right here, especially in the high points, I'll really try to add a little more white in there without drying it too much, because I do want to bring out some of the shoulder pads and the higher points. You want those as white as you can get, and it turns out and you get a pretty nice result with it. Alright, and let's just bring that up in here, and you can see it keeps the detail in there. Come on, get in there. There we go. And that's what we're really going for. So it's that heavy, you know, primed in gray, and then a heavy white, a heavy dark wash. If you go to one of my prior videos, you can see how you can make your own wash. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rest of these up, and then I'm going to show you the next step. Maybe I'll just do one more just so you guys can see it. I take a good amount of white, I bring it over to this side, and believe me, I'm not out here to win any painting competition. There's no way I'm going to win that. So I take my napkin, and you can see I'm just kind of wiping some of that paint off. And I'm taking the figure. Left-handed, it's a little hard to see. And then we're just going very lightly over. Very lightly, so we're getting, it almost looks like we're going back to a gray in a way, when we're really not. And all we're trying to do is get some playable quality guys here. And now what I'll do is I will actually, since I've got this kind of at this midpoint here, okay, let it focus in, hold on. Okay, I got this at this kind of midpoint. So you can see it's almost kind of more grayish. So I'll take a little more of the white. I'll bring it here. I won't dry it on the paper towel. So what we're going to do is just try to bring out some of the higher points. Very nice and easily. Shoulders. That backpack there. And you can see it actually changing colors a bit. Now don't worry about losing the black, because in the next step you're going to see exactly what I'm trying to accomplish here quickly. And that's mostly what I try to do, is I try to get things to a decent quality, but get it done quickly where I'm not spending weeks painting certain things. Because, you know, let's face it, we want to play. And that's the reason we do it. But another reason we do it is because we love the hobby and we love what we can do with this. Alright, so let's put that down. And you can see, and let's see if I can get the old girl to, thank God I got this new camera. And you can see how it keeps that detail in there, exactly where we want it. There we go. So I'm going to finish up the rest of these, and then I'm going to show you guys the next step on what we do. So why don't we just shut this off for now. Alright, I got those all done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of newland oil, which is a lighter wash, and what I'm going to do is just go over some of the darker areas that we have here. I'm going to take a little bit of a lighter brush there and just kind of bring out the black areas a little bit. Areas that I want to get some darkness in there, but not wash away the white work that I did. Like on the gloves, some of the joints. And the gun. The gun's not silver. It's actually black. And some of the joints here. And we'll just keep those in a line here. Bear with me, I'm left hand. So my hand comes back in. And go. And we're just going to go over these real quick. Doesn't take that long. You know, right in the eye socket there. Just, you know, really kind of spread it in there so you get the good detail. And the reason I do a lot of this way instead of trying to hand paint it in there is that my eyes just, and you know, I'm older, so my hands just aren't as good as they used to be. So I just try to get that all in there. And the new oil is a GW paint. So what I'll do is I'll finish these up and then I'll show you what the next step will be and how I go about it. Let's just take a look here. You can see what I'm trying to accomplish here. Oh, hold on. Let it focus. Focus, there we go. Now we want good balance, good shadows. Again, no pro, but I can get this to where it's playable. So we'll stop right there and I'll finish up the rest of these and we'll go from there. Alright, so now that we did the wash on those, I'm going to pour just a little white. Hold on. There we go. It's always easier if you can see what you're doing on camera. I'm just going to take a little white. And this is just crappy acrylic. Like I said, you can go to Hobby Lobby and get a ton of this type of stuff. I'm going to use the littler brush here with the flat edge. And all I'm going to do is put straight on to the white, rub it into the cardboard here a little bit. And again, just go over some of the more darker areas, or the risen areas where I want to get and really kind of stick out and bring up thighs, calves, shoulders, top around. You know, you don't want to take away the detail that we use, so just very carefully go in there and go over what some of the work that we did. Pretty busy day today. Like I said, I had a lot of content planned this weekend. I think the next thing that I'm going to be working on, I want to do a couple of walkthroughs, some playthroughs, and I want to put together a Sensorium execution force and do a walkthrough of that. The game looks fun as anything. First board game from boys at Game Workshop in quite some time. I think I just got a little bit too much white on here. There we go. And we just go over and just bring out. There we go. And just quickly, oops, I want to keep that in range so you can see what I'm doing. Leave that guy aside. You can see where, you know, after you go over with the newland wash, where it really takes out some of the work that we did. So all I'm doing is just very lightly going over some of the risen areas. And I'd say this took me about, for all these guys, no more than, if I had to put a combined time on it, maybe half hour. I mean, it's pretty basic. And there's really not much to it. And every once in a while, I'll just go over and clean my brush. The most important thing is not to get paint stuck in your brush. Then it raises up the bristles and you go through brushes like water. Okay. And there's a couple more guys. And you can see this isn't tedious work. If you tried to paint in those grooves, it would be tedious. So the whole point of it is to just make it as easy as possible without driving yourself mad, because you can drive yourself mad painting some of these guys. Okay. Let's clean that off again. Like I said, just keep in constant motion. And it goes pretty quick. Bases, what I usually do with these, at least, I'll make them different colors so I can make squadrons out of them, depending on scenarios and so forth. So again, just the high areas very quickly and efficiently. There we go. And that's pretty much it. There's really not much left to it. And that'll be it for this video. Let's see. We'll show you the end result here. You know, just a really pretty good, playable, very playable Stormtrooper. And that's pretty much it for them. All I gotta do is just let those dry. I also did this, I'm in the beginning stages of getting this done, and it's just dry brushing gray and then going over with another gray, and then we'll go over with a wash. I was going to do a video of it, but I don't think you guys would be too interested in that. And if you want to see the finished product, I'll show it to you when I'm done. But this paints up pretty quick, so we'll move on to bigger and better things. I'm probably gonna get working on putting some of those Games Workshop models. I think that's about it. I'll get this up right away. Zoom in on a bit so you guys can get a good look at what we got here. And like I said, I'll show you, I'll do a video when the bases are all done. And that's pretty much it. Just keeping it playable and simple. Well, that's it for this video. And that concludes part 2 of our Star Wars Stormtroopers for Imperial Assault. Thanks for watching.